Welcome to the Bitcoin Basics podcast with your hosts, Faris and Gordon from CoinCompass.com, enabling you to safely buy and securely store your Bitcoins. All resources are in the show notes and description, including our disclaimer. Visit BitcoinBasicsPodcast.com to subscribe and discover other free content.
For anyone listening, this episode is visually intensive, so visit our YouTube channel, CoinCompass.com/YouTube to follow along. We use TradingView for all our charts, and you can sign up for a free account at CoinCompass.com/TradingView.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Bitcoin Basics podcast. Today is Sunday evening or Monday morning, depending on where you are in the world. I am recording this at midnight GMT time, finishing off the 11th of April, kicking into the 12th of April. So week has come to an end in the markets. What we're going to look at today is we're going to focus on Bitcoin and compare it to what's going on with Ripple, Ethereum, Binance. These are the three larger cryptocurrencies, tokens, digital coins on the coin market cap. And there's another potential trade in the US dollar against the Australian I want to look at as well. But today's main focus will be Bitcoin. So in last week's episode, we mentioned a key area of support. We had the breakthrough. This is on a weekly candle. So every candle here represents a whole week in the markets. And this green line, which in last week we identified is just above 59,000, we want to close above that line. So if we actually close where we are right now, which is 59,900, this will be a new all-time high closing price for Bitcoin. It's not the new all-time high we reached at 4 weeks ago when we were just shy of 62,000, but this is an all-time high closing price, and this is actually really important. What I like about this is it didn't take a lot of volume to get us there. A lot of people will believe that you want to see a lot of volume to break out. I'm not one of that opinion. To me, if a market is not going anywhere and there's a lot of volume, that's called churning, that's concerning because there's a lot of people buying and selling and it's going sideways. Or if it's on the way up and there's a huge volume spike, then that's to me where I would tighten the stop. So right now, this is saying to me it did not take that many trades to move Bitcoin to a new all-time closing high. So that's why I quite like this candle. And to me, this is just a really nice setup. We now have really good lines of support at 50,000 and below that at 43,000. So we are in a healthy uptrend. This consolidation period is brilliant. We saw this back here in January, February, ran up leading into the year, had a pullback and up again. And this is what you want to see. You want to see markets take a pause and come back, take a pause and come back. This area here is fantastic. And yeah, kudos to Tom Vane, who has mentioned this triangle here, right angle triangle, which we refer to as well. So probably a bit too many lines here, guys. We'll get rid of this one. So if you look at this red line here and this green line here, and that is forming a right angle triangle, and we close above that, bang, we're going much, much higher. So quite like this. This is a really healthy looking chart. There was probably just a bit of panic as we dipped quite low here, below 56,000. A few people, traders mentioned 56,000 as a key level to hold. When we dip below that, to get a little bit scary. But on a weekly chart, this looks really, really nice. So yeah, just remember buy and hold Bitcoin. Did you know we provide a Bitcoin help desk? Visit CoinCompass.com/help. For example, do you need help buying or selling Bitcoin on an exchange, withdrawing profits to your bank account, or transferring your Satoshis to a Bitcoin wallet? Perhaps you need assistance with setting up a desktop, mobile, or Bitcoin hardware wallet. How about upgrading your security hygiene by implementing InfoSec, cybersecurity, and OPSEC, privacy, best practices to protect your investments and your identity online? These are only some of the things we have already helped both individuals and businesses with. We give advice, support, and a white glove service no matter the size of the investment or level of your technical ability. Visit CoinCompass.com/help for all your Bitcoin related needs.
For any significant investment, We design, implement, and support Bitcoin custody solutions for any individual, business, or wealth manager wanting to secure their long-term Bitcoin holdings. Visit coincompass.com/help. Each unique strategy integrates best practices for private key management, multi-signature wallets, counterparty risk mitigation, estate planning for individuals, digital asset management for businesses, InfoSec, cybersecurity, and OPSEC, privacy. We give advice, support, and white glove service, no matter the type of investment or level of your technical ability. Visit coincompass.com/help for all your Bitcoin-related needs.
Now, the other interesting thing is we looked at the coin market cap last week, and it was low. It was at 58, and we mentioned the last time it was there was in September 2020. It is even lower now. It's at below 56. The next lowest point it's ever been before now is at 53, and that was in April 2019, May 2019. So we have not been in this territory for 2 years. What is this saying is that basically you've got more money going into other coins than you have into Bitcoin. And when we look at the next coins like Ripple, this was 1 week in Ripple. That was a monster week. I mean, that more than doubled in 1 week. That was Ripple. And this is after news that Ripple was basically tanked when we're up here at 3.5, and we tanked on news that there was an SEC filing against Ripple, and now we're going way back up. That was Ripple. This is Ethereum. So this is Ethereum, and we see the last 2 weeks in Ethereum have been a lot stronger than Bitcoin. That's really gone up in Ethereum. So that's a stronger looking bull trend than Bitcoin. And another one is Binance Coin. So this is a token where basically it's issued by Binance, the company, which is now the largest crypto trading platform out there. And just look at that. Early in the year, it was trading at $50, and now it's over 500. So that's gone up 10x in 4 months, 3 months. That's just insane. Now, at some stage, things need to come down. Be it a correction, doesn't mean it's going to go all the way back down to 50, but it needs to correct at some stage. So what people are looking at BNB like is think of this as this would be the share of token of Binance. So Binance is not listed anywhere. They have a token, and ICOs, initial coin offerings, kind of were treated like the new IPOs, initial public offering, where instead of buying shares in a company, you're buying tokens in a cryptocurrency. And this is where Binance has, with their Binance coin, this is how people are treating it. You're actually buying shares in Binance, and that's reflected in BNB. So at some point, traders will just have to come in and take some profits. And it'll be interesting to see as traders take profits out of Binance and out of Ripple, because, I mean, things do have to correct at some point. Things don't just go up forever. Will we then see money go back into the US dollar? Because they've got to close those trades. They could be closing them against US dollar. And will those dollars go into Bitcoin and see that Bitcoin dominance come back up? So that will be interesting if we see people close trades in Binance, Ripple, and to a lesser extent, even Ethereum. Then will that money go into Bitcoin? So that's where I don't really trade the tokens or other cryptocurrencies. They're just too volatile. Not too volatile, they're just too quick. And it's not my lifestyle to sit in front of a computer and wait. And I just like Bitcoin. I see it, I read it, I understand it a lot better.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, like, and share so we can find others like yourself.
So that's what we'll see. So to me, this is a very, very healthy looking chart in Bitcoin. It's not over enthusiastic. So the thing is, as you go to all-time highs, you go to prices where you've never been before. You can't draw lines. You can't draw diagrams. So what do? This is why I'll pay attention to the RSI. RSI is very healthy here. On a weekly basis, when we start going above 90, that's when I'll get a little bit nervous and say, okay, now we're reaching this point where, like we did back here, we just need to pull back and let some steam out. So close above 60,000 for this week. We're looking very strong for Bitcoin. The other thing I want to look at is the DXY. That is the dollar. So we mentioned in last week, we looked at the dollar a lot last week. So it's got some very nice support. Now, 3 key levels of support at 89.2, 89.7, and 91.3. So we've had a bit of a pullback. We had a run, kind of needed it. No reason for this pullback other than maybe profit taking, I'd say. I haven't been paying attention to news. I know there's some news coming out from the Fed this week that tends to roil markets. The only reason I'm looking at the dollar is simply because it affects everything else. It affects bond prices. It affects a lot of stuff. I'm not trading the DXY itself. I don't have any dollar trades at the moment. The Australian against the US actually looks like a good setup to me. We've got this nice head and shoulders setup. Shoulder one over here. It's kind of a multiple shoulder there, multiple shoulder here, and that is a nice head there. Here's your neckline, which is at 75.92. So we break and close below 76. I see us heading significantly lower. Well, not significantly lower. I do see us heading down on the dollar. So that looks like a nice top formation for me on the Aussie. We had this huge inverse head and shoulders down here. And look, potentially that could keep going, but fundamentally it does not make sense to me why the Australian dollar be doing so well. I do think there's manipulation going on where the dollar is being weakened deliberately because a strong dollar does not benefit anyone. And yeah, if I was a trader, that looks like a good trade to me. The euro is not looking, euro US is not looking like a good trade right now. But that's where I am simply focusing on Bitcoin, and we are above 60,000 now. We close above 60,000 for this week. That's a really good sign for me. So in retrospect, I would be most comfortable just buying and holding Bitcoin, which is what we usually recommend on these episodes. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for watching or listening. Please visit coincompass.com/free to register to our socials and discover other free content. Subscribing, liking, and following helps this content remain ad-free. Until next time.